They got all the trash cans in the old ticket booth. I haven't actually driven up this in, God, I don't know how long. More than a decade. Since it was the Harvest Moon drive-in. And there's one of the screens coming up here. And that is the concession stand. Where am I at? Yeah, there are. The concession stand and the projection booths. This is just an overshot view of the concession area and the projection booth, and where you go purchase your tickets. Basically, it was all in this one area. It's kind of the hub of the drive-in, and I thought there was 3 screens. There's that one. That's, where are we at? Oh, there it is. It's hard to see because it's white through my viewfinder. That's that screen. This one seems to be a little bit smaller. And over here, I thought there was a 3rd. Maybe that was a long time ago. But maybe it was just a 2-screen drive-in all along. But yeah, I don't think anything is currently planned for renovating or reopening this place. It looks like since the last time I was here, because it was all cleaned up, and it looked like they were going to open it for business. Perhaps they were couldn't broker a deal to get a price on some the new digital projectors that they needed to basically play new movies. So and drive-ins are, they're pretty much dead. I mean, there's a few of them. They're not as dead as, I mean, they're deader than malls, but they're, certainly not what they once were. But people still do, and some people still do enjoy going to them. Okay, I'm on the other side of the building, and if I'm not correct, the last time I was here and I didn't watch that old video, this was where the old projector for that screen was housed. So I believe it was that sort of an angle, and it kind of just, because I remember being here, and that's where the light came from to project the image onto the screen. But anyway. But here's this side of the building, and it's a lot. There's obviously been vandalism and broken windows, and it's just, it sucks people have to do this shit to it. It's just, rather than, just let it be for whatever it is, and it could be, used for film festivals or something like that, for old horror movies or sci-fi movies or any kind of movie. And it just sucks when people take cool stuff like this and ruin it for no reason, and I know, I'm kind of sort of trespassing, but I'm doing it to appreciate it. I'm doing it to basically show my viewers, an example of an old drive-in and all that, and one that's it's closed down. The other side here is just access to the concession area, and that's probably the one entrance to the projection booth. And I'm going to go and check out some other stuff here. I'm here at the one screen at the far end from the highway, and I'm just sort of give you an idea what at the base of the steel supports, and they're pretty heavy. I mean, those supports are like, you know, something they would use to keep up a radio tower or something like that. And it's because the screens are kind of like steel. I mean, they are steel. It looks like it would be made like what the Hollywood sign sort of made of almost. And which actually used to be made of wood, I think, at one point. And it was falling apart, so they put up money to restore it in the 70s. So in the 1970s, the Hollywood sign was falling apart. Believe it or not. I don't know why they would let it look like that, but that has nothing to do with this. So that's the screen. I'm right up close to it. It appears to be a good, guesstimating, at least 60 plus feet high or more. And that's just, you know. And I'm going to try to get back here and check her out. This is behind it, obviously. There's a little bit more corrosion. It's more important to keep the front part. They probably have it sealed with, you know, rust-proof white luminol kind of paint or anything that's white, so it's reflective, or it's, you know, it doesn't have any sort of like blemishes like this that would fuck up the image. Excuse the language. Like I've ever, you know, held back on my language in these videos, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's probably quite an expensive structure to build at the time. I don't know how old these are. These are probably at least from the 50s, I would imagine. And they were just maintained all that time. Not quite sure when the Harvest Moon Drive-In opened, but this currently, well, the sign out front says the Gem Theater or Drive-In. So, but yeah, that's what's back here. And it doesn't look too bad for basically being unused, or, you know, I mean, they come back here and mow, whoever owns this. There's just some bushes and stuff growing up at the base of the structure. And I guess if you wanted to sneak into the drive-in, you came down through the woods here. Because there ain't nothing back there. That's all woods. So, there's not, it wasn't, there. What you could, and, you know, I'm guilty of it, sneak in by walking in here and meeting up with your friends with their car if you want to save a buck. But most, I only did that maybe twice. Most of the time I paid. Because I didn't want to get busted. So that's that screen, and in the distance there you can see the main screen by the highway, and we'll go check that out in a bit here. This is the big screen at the end of the at the highway here, by the highway, at the Gem Theater. That's abandoned, and just checking this out. It has a little different, has a much different support system here. Sort of these trusses rather than the radio tower style supports. And again, it's like a big, either some kind of aluminum or steel screen. Well, yeah, aluminum. Well, it's probably steel. And it's pretty overgrown around here, obviously. From I think it was overgrown like this when it was open. These bushes were here, so it's not that different because they come through and mow it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a fun little evening watching your favorite flicks, having your car, you know, parked here. Obviously there has not been a car, any fleet of cars here parked here with their families and people on dates and stuff for quite some time. It's just a big level field. And I'm going to do a little bit more aerial shots here, and then I have to figure out how to get my car started over there because I kind of ran the battery down because I was charging up the drone in it, and that wasn't very smart. So anyway, let's see what luck I have with that.